Some people may have the dream of becoming a photographer, while others have the dream of becoming a filmmaker. But in some cases, one's dream is having a chance, which is what the film Dreamer is all about.
Producer, writer, and director Jesse Salmeron is currently launching production for the narrative feature film Dreamer. This idea launched off when he saw that the DREAM Act did not pass.
It was really just, simmering, and then when it didn't pass last year, it really brought me to a boil, to the point where I had to write the script. And because all my friends that are dreamers, they were extremely disappointed. They were very optimistic that it would pass last year, and when it didn't, a lot of them went through a real depression, a deep depression. And that's when I decided that I needed to write this film.
Salmeron shares what the film is all about.
Dreamer is a story about an undocumented young man. He manages to get a job, and he's working, and he's excelling. He has his degree, and he's doing really well. He's on his way to achieving his American dream. And one day he gets called into HR, and they tell him that he has a no match letter, his social security number doesn't match, and that they're going to have to let him go. And then soon after that, it's just a different situations that his life just starts falling apart. His family life, and also himself, he goes through kind of a mental breakdown after that.
Dreamer has several people on board, including actor Jeremy Ray Valdez, along with producer Michelle Mower and producer as well as first assistant director Ra'ana Galani. Mower and Galani share their view on what they believe the message of Dreamer is.
I believe that the main message that Dreamer is sending out is that American is not a matter of where you're born. It's who you are. It's what your identity. It's how you identify yourself, and what you believe, and your core beliefs, your core values, where those come from. And I believe Dreamer is a truly an American film about an American who just happens to have been born in another country, was brought over at a young age illegally, but has been raised as an American and going to school, going through the school system here in the United States, and pretty much self-identifies as an American, but on paper is not an American, and his struggles trying to live in a society that in some ways does not want him, and so but being able to stay in that society that he identifies with.
I'd agree, very much so, and it's a segment of the population that you don't really, in your everyday life, unless you're aware of it or unless you know someone personally, you don't really think about it. What happens to all these children that come here and have gone through the school system and have gone all the way through college and have perhaps entered the workforce, and yet they don't have that little piece of paper telling them that they can legally do that. So it's an awareness. The film brings a lot of awareness to people that are, and I believe the number is about 20 million people that are undocumented in the United States.
To help this film be produced, people can become backers.
It means that you have contributed to the film, and you have chosen your incentive, which is, it's a great way to pre-order the film, or you can even hang out with us at the film festivals. There's all kinds of different incentives depending on how much you want to contribute, anywhere from $1 to $10,000. So it's also making a statement saying that I want this film to get made. I care about this film, and this is an important film.
Salmeron speaks about how the community can help launch this film that is being made by someone who once was undocumented.
Really just talk about it, This is something that's going to be done by, I was undocumented, and so it's basically somebody from the community making the film, and it's going to be authentic, and we're going to make the community proud. So just getting out there and talking about it, that's great also, spreading awareness about it.
For more information on Dreamer, visit Kickstarter.com. Keyword Dreamer, a true American story. For EGMN, I'm Norma Vasquez.